My name is Sean Fair. I'm the Executive Director and founder of Westchester Barber Academy and Westchester Barber Academy Foundation. So there's a huge epidemic when it comes to HIV and AIDS, when it comes to just our communities in general. And I think that it's not publicized. A lot of our brothers and sisters are suffering in silence, and we need to expose a lot of what's going on and kind of just educate people as a whole.
1 in every 7 are infected with HIV and don't know it. In 2017, there are approximately 39,752 people that were new AIDS diagnoses. And so of that number, the largest percentage of persons that were new HIV patients, the largest number were Black men. So when it came down to a comparison of heterosexual Black women compared to heterosexual white women, you had a number of 4,000 versus a number of 999. So that tells us that there is an alarming number or alarming disparity in the amount of AIDS related or HIV cases in the minority community.
My father, after my parents' divorce, died of HIV when I was just 8 years old. 4 years after that, my oldest brother died of the same disease. So this was back in the 80s when you didn't have those, drugs to help you live longer. If you got HIV back in the day, it was a death sentence.
Well, my second oldest brother died of AIDS. Okay, so I think that HIV, other STDs are community driven to a point where they're family diseases. I mean, almost like alcoholism, because when you have one person that's affected, it affects the whole family. And I think the same way about STDs. Well, I think one of the things that was happening with my brother Sandy, he was 61 at the time that he died. What bothered me at the time was the fact that there were no advertising targeting people over 50. Now, people basically thought it was a gay disease, and the concentration was on young people in terms of getting out information. But if you are an older Black man or Black woman over 60, you seem like you disappeared. And I consider that a real problem, because when you look at the stats now, a lot of African American women especially, and Black men over 50, they're contracting STDs, especially in assisted living places.
That's one of the things that kind of transforms each of my sessions. Once we start to talk about the numbers and we start to talk about the statistics, and we have the book open and we're reading statistics, it's like the conversation just at that moment starts to get more serious. Because when you're looking at actual hardcore numbers, and I don't have them in front of me, but when you're looking at hardcore numbers, it almost makes you uncomfortable. The only way that you can actually determine, like, there's no way at this point, we've already covered, there's no way to look and determine if a person has HIV or AIDS, right? So the only way that you can find out is by testing. But that goes into the next problem, because when you talk about, the lady was coming and saying that this area has this population, it's like, that's only what's known. But because HIV testing on a whole in our communities is statistically like horrific, people literally don't know if they have it, but they still move around and they got it. And then
the barbershop is one of those only places where you can have people from all walks of life, from, pastors to, corporate businessmen to people who are in the street, all under the same roof, and it's fine. It's like a sacred space for everyone to just get along, trade information, and network with each other. So I think this project is really going to show people that, you have some power in this.
What I envision for this program, which I already see happening, because it was an amazing thing. I'm so proud of all the shops that I got to speak with and train, because it's almost like the light and the alarm went off at the same time. And everyone got so involved, and so everyone kind of took it personal. To use their platform to start to spread the message and to kind of create awareness. And so that's what I envision. It's exactly what I envision happening, that barbers will use their platform and use their space, use the sacred space that the barbershop represents to the community, and begin to introduce the facts, the statistics, the means of prevention. If you get diagnosed, what you can do because I'm confident that once this information is just more readily available, it will start to change the trend. You know, I told each shop, and everyone knows, no one is going to get out here and single-handedly just dismantle that statistic. But we can, just like HIV virus can spread within a person's body, information about this virus can also spread within the community. And if we can kind of take on that same nature of just people teaching people, sharing with people, bringing that conversation back, partnering with the health care facilities, sending people there, exposing just one at a time, 1 out of 15, 1 out of 30, that begins to change those numbers over time.
So the micro grant is helping this project because it was able to give us funding to hire qualified staff, creating a budget for marketing, actually having someone to write the grant, developing a curriculum. So all of those resources, and in addition to that, compensating the barbers, you know, in the form of gift cards or, you know, just small compensation for their time.
If everyone opens up their platform and then people start to take facts away, not the myth, not what they think and not the fear, but if they take away facts and begin to spread that, I think we can really see something powerful happen.
We partner with some really great barbershops. We're going to continue to do that and spread the word, because I think what's going to come out of this is that we're going to come up with a template, all of the discussions that we should be having in the barbershops and beauty salons, so that the barbers and beauticians become health ambassadors for our communities.